Miss Norris and fellow classmates. Have you guys ever had a day where you felt like all your hopes and dreams were gone in a moment? I did. And here I am going to explain to you the day I had my back injury while playing football. So, a little background of myself. On this day, December 10th of 2012, I was on my senior year of high school football. As you can see in the picture there, a little bit of background of myself. I was a middle linebacker on my high school football team at Pacific High School. I was one of the top ranked linebackers in our division. I was all-team defensive player 3 years ongoing. I was set to break the record for most tackles and sacks in a single season at my school. On December 10th, 2012, we were playing a playoff game against a local school, San Bernardino High School, and the game was coming down to the wire. Fourth quarter, everyone's tired, weather is cold, and everybody seems to be on edge trying to push through to get to the next level of the division. Well, turns out that I was playing offense at the time, and they gave me the ball to run. I began to run the ball towards the end zone, again trying to score the touchdown, when the opposing team had two players that were actually trying to get me injured so I would be out of the game. So during that play, I had one of the players hit me right in the face on the helmet, and another came from behind me with a direct blow to my lower back. In that very instant, I fell to the ground. I suffered a severe concussion from the moment I hit the ground. When I was able to regain consciousness, I couldn't feel my legs. The thoughts that came to my head at that moment were, I'm paralyzed. I will never walk again. And I can hear coaches and trainers and EMT teams speaking to me, trying to figure out what's going on. And I froze. I remember not letting them know anything. I didn't speak. My eyes were wide open, but I couldn't say anything. I was frozen. I was in shock. Not until one of the medics began to ask me certain questions, and all I remember saying was, I can't feel my legs. And right away, they called the ambulance. They called the team physician that was on call that day. And all I can remember was seeing the school lights on the field as I laid there with trainers and everybody next to me. I was able to hold it together up until they brought my mom from the stands down to the field to be with me. At that moment, seeing her reaction and seeing her in tears broke me down, and we both just began to cry. And I just kept telling her, it's gonna be okay, I'll be fine. And she was just crying, and she held my hand and was there the whole way. We got rushed to the hospital, and after a series of tests that they performed on me that night, they diagnosed me with 3 herniated discs, and they also found spinal stenosis in my back. Now, for those of you who need a visual, here is a look at my x-rays from the incident. Now, this x-ray, for those of you who can see it, I was able to draw in some arrows to show you guys a little better on the screen here. So on the screen, I'll show you guys where a normal lower back would have a lot of space in between these two vertebrae. As you can clearly see, the ones on my back were touching each other, which means I had no more disc left in my back. And so the orthopedic surgeon had requested a surgery, but considering my age, they said it would be a high risk that I would end up paralyzed if the surgery did not go well. After a long discussion with my family, we opted out to not have the surgery, and I continued in rehab, and I continued in physical therapy until I was able to regain the motion in my legs and in my lower back. And till this day, I continue to have the same problem, back aches, and the only solution to this is surgery. But I plan to leave that all till later, till when I really need it. But on this day, I really thought I had lost my legs. I really thought I wasn't going to be able to walk again. And, thank God I was able to regain everything. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to play football again. So I couldn't go on to play college football, but I was able to still be with the team. And as you guys know, my jobs consist of me being there to help other athletes, which I am really grateful for. So don't take things for granted, and thank God for every day that you guys are living. Thank you, class. Have a good night.